Hey guys!
Welcome back to another video of JLTV.
And today we are finally making a video after such a long time, and I just realized that this is our first video in this new house, as you may have noticed. So yeah, it feels like really weird after all these times that it's become a memory that we've been making JLTV videos in our old house, and now we moved on to this one. So in this video we will be telling you guys and explaining 6 Marvel MCU movies and series that we have watched, and we're going to talk about them, and then we're going to give them a rating out of 10 of how much we enjoyed them.
We have watched a variety of Marvel movies and series, and in this video we would like to give our opinions and recommendations for anyone who'd like to watch it.
So let's get on to the video. First of all, we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. In the film, Shang-Chi is forced to confront his past when his father Wen-Wu, the leader of the Ten Rings organization, draws Shang-Chi and his sister Xialing into a search for a mythical village. This movie grossed over $432 million worldwide, making it the 9th highest grossing film of 2021. I recently watched Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and I have to say that in my opinion, this movie is definitely up there. This is definitely one of my favorite Marvel movies that I've watched, definitely one of them. And normally with a movie, it's like boring for me at the start of the movie and then it gets good. For me, it's good the whole way through. It's amazing the whole way throughout the whole movie. The plotline for this movie is really good. So overall, I give Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings a 9 out of 10 rating.
Next up, we have Spider-Man No Way Home. In this movie, Spider-Man's identity has fully been revealed. A friendly neighborhood web slinger is unmasked and no longer able to separate his normal life as Peter Parker from the high stakes of being a superhero. Peter asks for help from Doctor Strange. The stakes become even more dangerous, forcing him to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. Since I've been a huge fan of Spider-Man for a long time now, this movie has been interesting the whole time in the cinema, giving an overall rating of 9 stars.
Next up, we have the first series of this video, WandaVision. Marvel Studios' WandaVision blends the style of classic sitcoms with the characters Wanda and Vision, who are 2 superpowered beings living their ideal suburban life, begin to suspect that everything is not as it seems. I really liked this Marvel series, and I loved the use of villains by using Agatha Harkness, a fellow magic user, as the main villain in this series. Although I enjoyed this series and I had to give an honest opinion, I would say that maybe the first 4 episodes of this series and the build-up were a bit boring compared and relative to other Marvel projects. However, the last episode I really enjoyed, and I think it was really cool, especially the fight scenes. Therefore, I rate WandaVision a solid 7 out of 10.
Next up, we have Avengers Infinity War. The Infinity War was the galaxy-wide spanning conflict for the Infinity Stones. The conflict began when Thanos initiated his plan to gather all of the Infinity Stones to complete his quest for the eradication of half of all life in the universe. Personally, I really like this movie because they have made the antagonists succeed, unlike the other superhero movies. I also like this movie because of the iconic quotes used for memes. Therefore, I will give an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10.
Next up, we have the sequel to Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. The grave course of events set in motion by Thanos that wiped out half the universe and fractured the Avengers' ranks compels the remaining Avengers to take one final stand in Marvel Studios' grand conclusion to 22 films, Avengers Endgame. The Avengers try to thwart Thanos again from taking the Infinity Stones on Earth and in space by making a time machine and traveling back in time to get the Infinity Stones from before in time. During this movie, there are many different deaths of different Marvel characters, including Gamora. And at the end of this movie, Thanos and his Chitauri battled the Avengers during the final fight. Consequently, this results in the tragic death of Tony Stark. Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War were both incredibly great movies, and I have a very hard time trying to decide which one I like more. So I'm just going to say they are equal in my opinion. However, I'm going to give Avengers Endgame an overall rating of 8 out of 10.
Finally, last but not least, we have the Hawkeye series. The series was based on the Marvel Comics superhero Hawkeye, centering on the adventures of young Avenger Kate Bishop, who took on the role after the original Avenger Clint Barton. Former Avenger Clint Barton has a seemingly simple mission: get back to his family for Christmas. The Hawkeye series was the first Marvel series project that Jacob and I have ever watched. This has really interested me as I absolutely love this series and it has never gotten boring. Every part of every episode has succeeded to entice me, and I love the action-packed parts of almost every scene, which always intrigued me, especially the last episode when Clint Barton and Kate Bishop were able to defeat so many tracksuits with their special trick arrows while being exposed in the open on an ice rink. Overall, I give the Hawkeye series a 10 out of 10.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and if you really like the video, we might make a part 2 of our favorite Marvel projects. So, thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.
Bye.